Welcome to the Monday Maurologue. Today we're riding a wave of history, inspiration, and unforgettable moments. We've got global health awareness, legendary sports triumphs, record-breaking entertainment, and a festival lineup that's hotter than the desert sun. So, kick back, take a deep breath, and let's dive in. First on the docket, it's World Health Day, a day dedicated to the idea that quality healthcare isn't just a privilege, it is a fundamental human right. This year's theme, Health for All, reminds us that everyone deserves the resources to live well mentally, physically, and emotionally. So take a moment for yourself today, whether it's staying hydrated, practicing mindfulness, or checking in on someone you care about. A healthier world starts with each of us taking that first step. And 10,000 steps by 10 a.m., 7 days a week doesn't hurt. And while we're focusing on wellness, let's take some inspiration from Japanese wisdom, one of my favorite countries on earth. Had the pleasure and was very grateful to go there over 30 times to work for Pride Fighting Championships between 2003 and '06. Have always been besotted with Japanese culture, and when life feels like it's moving a mile a minute, you can channel your inner ikigai. Find purpose by blending what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what keeps the lights on. You need a slow but steady boost? Embrace Kaizen. Small, consistent improvements that add up over time. And when life doesn't go your way, practice Shikata Ganai. Accept what you can't change and move forward with resilience. Sometimes the most powerful progress comes from the smallest adjustments. If you're looking for proof that one person can change the world, meet Niall Tamana. At just 10 years old, he heard about a battery explosion and thought, that's not cool. But instead of just brushing it off, he decided to make a difference. Fast forward 5 years and his nonprofit Recycle My Battery has collected and recycled over 625,000 batteries, keeping toxic waste out of landfills. His latest project? Extracting leftover energy from used batteries to power recycling plants. Niall's message, if one person can make the world better, imagine what we can do together. That's the kind of energy we need, both literally and figuratively. On to the ice, where history was just made. It's not every day where you can witness an historic event live, but Alex Ovechkin has officially surpassed Wayne Gretzky to become the NHL's all-time goal-scoring leader with an astonishing 895 goals. Think about that. Gretzky's record stood unchallenged for over 31 years. People thought it would never be broken. But here comes Ovechkin at the age of 39, blasts himself into the record books with his signature power play shot from the OV spot, the office, the left face-off circle, and he beat fellow Russian Ilya Sorokin. The arena erupted, teammates mobbed him on the ice, and even the Great One himself was there to shake hands with the new goal goat. And here's the poetic part. Ovi's record-breaking goal came on the anniversary of the Capitals winning the 2004 NHL Draft Lottery, which brought Ovechkin to Washington in the first place. He's led them to a Stanley Cup. From Moscow to D.C., from a rising star to a living legend, Ovechkin's journey has been nothing short of spectacular. Hats off to the Great Eight, now the greatest goal scorer in NHL history. Well, Ovi wasn't the only one to make history yesterday. The Connecticut Huskies dominated defending champs South Carolina 82-59, claiming its 12th NCAA women's basketball national title. That's the most of any program, male or female, in the sport's history. Freshman powerhouse Sarah Strong dropped 24 points, snagged 15 rebounds, while all-time winningest coach Gino Auriemma just keeps adding more banners to the rafters. Storrs, Connecticut, celebrate because your dynasty is alive and well. And a shout out to my second cousin Marcello, who is a Yukon alum, and to my broadcast brother Brian Campbell, who is a Connecticut native. As the Huskies celebrated victory, Nikola Jokic was busy making NBA history. The Joker delivered an awe-inspiring triple-double, 41 points, 15 boards, 13 assists, breaking the record for the most triple-doubles by a center in a single season, 32. Meanwhile, the Detroit Pistons punched their ticket to the playoffs for the first time since 2019, completing the biggest one-year turnaround in NBA history. Motor City is buzzing, and it's a well-deserved celebration for the resilient Pistons fans. Jumping from the hardwood to Hollywood, a Minecraft movie just mined pure gold at the box office, raking in $157 million in its opening weekend. That's double the amount that the so-called experts predicted it would do. That makes it the biggest video game adaptation debut of all time. Clearly, crafting and building blocks aren't just for kids. Audiences of all ages are flocking to see pixelated adventures play out on the big screen. It stars Jack Black, who I thought did another great job on SNL this past weekend, and Jason Momoa. And speaking of big events, Coachella just turned up the heat. Ed Sheeran and Weezer are joining the star-studded lineup that already includes Green Day, Lady Gaga, Travis Scott, and Post Malone. April's about to be one wild ride in the desert, so dust off those festival boots and get ready to groove. Sounds like a playlist for the keyboard warrior to attempt later today. A little Post Malone, some Lady Gaga, some Green Day, Ed Sheeran, Weezer, maybe even a little Travis Scott, who knows. But before I get into sicko mode, I want to switch gears from festival prep to something we should all be doing: brushing our teeth. It turns out that 9 out of 10 dentists say brushing alone won't reduce cavities. So if you're looking for a brushing buddy to make your oral hygiene routine a little more social, hey, count me in. Today's motivation comes from the literary legend Nathaniel Hawthorne, who reminds us happiness is like a butterfly, which, when pursued, is always beyond our grasp. But if you will sit down quietly, may alight upon you. So maybe, just maybe, instead of chasing that ever-elusive joy, we take a breath, sit still, and let happiness find us. Sometimes the best way to catch a butterfly is to stop trying to catch it at all. That's it for today's Maurologue. Stay strong, stay kind, hold that door open for someone, don't tailgate in traffic, and keep fighting the good fight.